Mr. Speaker, landowners and municipalities in southern Alberta are very concerned about this government's plan for renewable power. There's been no information or local consultation about locations of proposed wind, solar projects, transmission lines, and infrastructure. These new unsightly projects could further degrade our beautiful viewshed and the critical tourism industry there. To the Environment Minister, where exactly are these projects going to be located, and can you guarantee the rights of landowners will be respected in those proposed regions?
The Honourable Minister of Energy.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We have introduced new legislation, the Renewable Electricity Act, and in that act we do speak of environment impact assessments depending on the size of the project. That legislation wasn't in the former legislation at all, so there will be protections for landowners going forward.
Supplemental.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I don't think we heard where they're going to go. Landowners have heard that stuff before, and now there's a continued lack of trust. Given this NDP government has yet to repeal the draconian property rights legislation in the Land Stewardship Act, better known as Bill 36, that they always opposed, and given that legislation could be used as a big stick in negotiations around wind and solar projects, will the minister confirm that there is no intent to use any of those draconian bills to force wind and solar projects through in areas where landowners will be negatively impacted?
Honourable Minister.
Thank you for the question. The new legislation is going to enable projects to be built. But to be clear, investors will come in and there will be rules for each project. We don't decide what the projects are. In consult with the ISO and the renewables auctions, then businesses will come in and do those. But landowners will be consulted before any projects are decided.
No preamble.
Mr. Speaker, the lack of overall commitment and consultation to landowners' rights from the member's offices is still troubling. Given in addition to locations and consultations, no information has been released about potential compensation to landowners whose operations could be negatively affected by these wind and solar proposals. Will the minister confirm today that all landowners affected by these changes will be fully compensated at fair market value, or is expropriation a high possibility?
Minister of Energy.
I believe I've previously answered that. In the new Act, there is a provision for consultation, and at the end of the day, that will be respected. But I do have to say there's lots of support for this. The Mayor of Stirling said, I think there is great opportunity for us to do something here in considering wind farms. Mary Moran from Calgary, as investment in renewable energy in Canada is growing rapidly, Alberta has been largely on the sidelines in this key part of a future supply. So we are pleased that this policy provides long-term certainty and stability that encourages global and local companies to invest.